Hey, welcome to Chat with KST. I am your girl Kay, and today we're going to be discussing Jeannie Mai and Jezzy. OMG. I want to say Tasha K called it when they first got married. Like Tasha K was sitting in her chair and she was like, they are not going to work out. Jeezy is just looking for a way in and to rehabilitate his career. They're not going to make it and stuff like that. And a couple years later, it's like watching them go through the divorce. I'm like, look, I don't know what's going on, but she called it. She did. But anyway, watching them go through the divorce has been kind of weird to watch because it's like, how do you guys go from loving each other so quickly to now like being so like shady towards each other? Like they're not being boldly disrespectful to each other on media and in front of us, but it does seem like they are both behind the scenes being very not negative towards each other, but very firm towards each other. I'm holding on to what I'm holding on to, and I want what I want, and it comes off like the energy that they have behind the scenes. We're actually seeing it as the courts proceed, right? As the court case proceed. As their divorce, I should say, proceed in the courts. And the reason why I say this is because according to the neighborhood talk, Jeannie Mai asked judge to hold off on enforcing the prenup with Jeezy because she reportedly didn't review it thoroughly when she first signed it. So everybody has been talking about this prenup. She gets what she gets because he cheated. She gets what she gets because he cheated. She gets what she gets because he cheated. But then now she's like, hold on. I didn't even read this prenup all the way through. I was so happy to run down the aisle. I ran down that aisle and I need someone to look at the prenup, so give me time. My thing is, babe, at the end of the day, whatever the prenup says is what the prenup said. You sign it, whether you read that contract or not. Do you know how many people are in contracts they've never read? And I don't think I don't feel like a binding contract should change because you particularly didn't do your due diligence to read it before you signed it. You know what I mean? If you signed on a dotted line, you should have done your due diligence to make sure that whatever you were signing was what you wanted to sign. Like, you don't get a pass is basically what I'm saying because you're Jeannie Mai or whatever her name is, her last name, because I don't know if it's Mai or May, but you don't get a pass. You don't. You may get some time to actually review it and get your lawyers to review it, but it doesn't change the fact that you did sign this binding contract. And I feel like people who are in the industry, who are in certain contracts that they don't want to be in, that they've never read, that they've never understood, if they can't present that as a case, like, okay, well, I didn't read the contract, I didn't understand the contract. If they couldn't use that as a reason to get out of their shitty ass contract, then you shouldn't be able to use that either. Now, what you should have done before you walk down the aisle is actually have someone vet your contract, vet the prenup, and look into your prenup and see what happens with the prenup. Because at the end of the day, you don't just sign a prenup because you're in love. No man could ever make me sign a prenup because I'm in love with him. At the end of the day, I need to make sure that this prenup also coincides with my best interest. So if you do such and such and such and such, then you're liable for such and such and such. So let's make the adjustments to the prenup. I feel like I hate when women feel like, okay, well, a prenup or whatever is on the men terms because he's asking you to sign it. No, this is a negotiation. This is an agreement. Let's run through it. So if Jeannie didn't do her due diligence to say, hey, look, Jeezy, I love you, but we also have to, the fact that you presented this prenup to me makes me understand that you're looking at the case worst case scenario. So I now have to protect myself and also look at the case worst case scenario. And these are the things I need you to add to this prenup because I've looked at it, I've read it, and I've vetted it. And if you haven't done that, then there's no reason why the prenup should be null and void. That's all I'm saying. So if you need more time to actually read the prenup and understand what you actually signed, then okay. And for some reason, I don't know if this is true or not. I haven't seen the prenup. I haven't been able to read the prenup, but I feel like she's realizing that what she signed or certain little clause in what she signed is like, whoopsie, didn't mean to sign that. But we never know. And as this case unfolds, we'll keep you updated. Laters.